Muy buenos días a todos. Good morning, everybody, and bonjour. Este va a ser un gran, this is going to be a great AMA. It's going to be in 3 languages, so we're going to get scrambled a little, but it's going to be available for anybody that wishes to ask a question in their own language. Please state the question, and we're going to answer it in the language that is stated. But we are not going to translate for every other language. So if you have the same question, you just have to ask it again if that's the case. So we don't triple and extend the time beyond what is needed. Some playground rules. You have the text chat box, so you can ask the question that you require. Augusto is going to just go right to answering the question as soon as we are done with the intros. Augusto, good morning. Thank you. How are you?
Hi, Humberto. Hi, Jose. I'm doing great today. I hope you are doing great as well. And thanks, everyone, for attending this AMA.
José, good morning.
Yes. Muchas gracias, Humberto, et Augusto también. Bienvenue à tous. Bon, on va essayer de répondre un peu à toutes les questions de la communauté francophone. Donc, ils vont certainement expliquer pour le générateur de récompense qui a été activé dans la nuit. Voilà, on va avoir un peu d'informations, n'hésitez pas. Et bienvenue à tous.
I must say that this is a first, worldwide first, the reward generator, Augusto. This is a great tool that is being developed by LOD for the community. And this is, unique in the world. So I think this effort that we're providing is in the benefit of the load holders, Augusto, and the job that you have done and accomplishing this vision has been great. So I think we're going to have an announcement. I want to tell you guys that the reward generator has been released, and the reward generator is going to be going through some settling, some patches, and is depending on the region where you are, depending on the system that you're using, you'll see some different experience. For the most part, the tester group that we have reported this morning that there is no glitches on their end. It doesn't mean that there is no glitches around the world. It means that in their systems, in their computer, with their operative systems, everything is working fine. If you encounter any glitches, please let us know, and we will make sure that we ticket the issue. Okay. So Augusto, how do you suggest we begin with kicking this stuff?
Well, first of all, I would like to point out what you have just said, Humberto, which is the announcement that the reward generator is already live, right, in beta, right, in beta mode. So we have just released it. We have performed a set of tests, but it may happen that you encounter some issues when accessing and triggering some calls. In any case, you can report those to us, and we will take care of them, right? So we are pleased to announce then that the reward generator is already in place. The way for you to access the reward generator is by entering into the LOD app, right? And once you access, you will have a section on the sidebar called Stake Load, right? The way for you to give it a look is, you access that section, and provided you have some positive load balance, you will be displayed a set of options, right? Initially, the idea is that you have to approve your load balance to be taken by the generator contracts, and then once you do that one-timer approval, right, you are then able to stake as many times as you want, right? When you run the first stake, then you are able to receive rewards in time. There is a section for you to claim once you have any positive balance, right, to claim, right? You will be able to claim AUX, AGX, USDC, and any token that is deposited into the reward generator, right? And also, of course, you will be able to lock your balance for extra benefits within the LOD organization. And keep in mind that whenever you stake, you can unstake at that very same moment and immediately after, right? So that's something that you can also take into account. You can stake and unstake, right? Immediately after, right? So there is no time restriction regarding that. There's a question.
It's in French. Let's start with the French one. José?
Si. Alors, rebonjour à tous, rebonsoir. Pour ce qui concerne le générateur de récompenses, il y a quelques personnes qui ont eu quelques petits soucis pour stacker les jetons. En fait, j'ai eu Augusto tout à l'heure, précédemment, il m'a expliqué. Essayez avec des petits montants au départ. Et en fait, le système s'enclenche. Et après, vous pouvez mettre, vous verrez, voilà, pour ceux qui ont des petits problèmes, essayez avec des petits montants. C'est encore une version bêta. Et voilà, donc c'est en train de s'ajuster. Il m'a expliqué que voilà, c'était un système en train d'être mis à jour. Et donc, essayez, pour ceux qui n'y sont pas arrivés, essayez de faire des petits montants. Mais en règle générale, je sais que la plupart, il n'y avait pas de souci, mais voilà, au cas où.
Augusto, there's a question from a member.
If you miss the staking deadline, you have to wait for the next cycles. What do you refer? I don't know who has posted this question, but what do you refer to staking deadline? There is no deadline at all. No deadline at all.
Yeah. This is a member that is asking. I think the question. The answer is right there. There is no deadline. Right. You stake when you need to, right? When you want.
Then there is another question. When is the rewards generator going to be available to use for all members? It's already available on the wallet. If you want, I can do a brief demonstration on how this should look. If you want, I can share my screen for a bit. Let me see how to. All right. I will refresh this and I will see if I can present. Let me know if I am presenting by now. Can you see my screen? There it is. There it is. Can you see my screen?
Yes. I see the mirror screen.
Nice.
There you go.
So now I am at the LOD wallet. Hold on just 1 second. All right, let me see why I can't. It's taking a bit, but it should be there. The idea is that
try it again. Enter your PIN.
Yes, I will try again. Yes.
No, just the PIN. Okay.
There it is. It may be my connection. Because usually it takes, there it is. It takes nothing to log in. If you see, guys, when I open up my wallet, now we see a stake load section here, right? Which was previously not here. So what I have to do in order to stake, it takes 100 seconds to retrieve all my personal information. And there I see my balance, right?
1 minute.
Yes.
Es que la conexión se ha perdido 1 o 2 segundos.
It's good. It's good. I can see it well.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, continue. Continúa.
Nice.
No falla.
Let's go back. So if you see here, my balance is 10 LOD tokens, right? First of all, what I need to do here, there's a message. You need to set an allowance on the LOD token to start staking your balance. This action is only required once. Let's do this. Let's approve LOD. And once you approve, this approve button will not show again here, right? The button that will show is the stake button, right? Successfully approved. Nice. Now that I have successfully approved my balance, let's assume that I want to stake 5 out of these 10 LOD tokens. And let's stake. There it is. As you see, my stake position is 5 LOD tokens. I have other remaining 5 tokens here, right? And in order to unstake, I have to approve my vote tokens because I have received vote tokens. If you see here, when I go back home and check my vault, now on my vault, where is it?
It's inside LOD. Inside LOD.
Inside LOD. Here I see my vote balance, which is 5. I have received 5 vote tokens for my 5 tokens that I have staked, right? Let's now give a look at the section. As you see here, I will be able to claim tokens in time. And once any of these balances is positive, I will be able to click on claim all and I will be able to claim all my positive balances, right? So far, and as long as my balances are 0, I am not able to claim. If you see here, you have some information logos, which display information on what each button does, right? In this case, this allows you to receive all your claimable balances on your Vault wallet, right? I will be able to lock my balance for a 3 or 4 month time period. I recall it's 3, but correct me if I'm wrong. Here it's the information, fortunately. You can lock a share of your staked LOD balance for extra benefits. The minimum locking threshold is 10,000 LOD over a 3-month period, right? Provided that my staked balance is 5, I cannot lock. But if my staked balance was let's say 15,000, then I would be allowed to lock if the lock input amount is over 10,000 tokens. But for now, let's approve vote. Hold on a second. Well, it doesn't allow me. This is failed. I need to, yes, let's refresh. It's already approved, right? Let me have a look just in case. Stake LOD. I will give it a look just to see if it has been approved. Yes, and now I am able to unstake balance, right? Let's assume that I want to unstake 2 out of these 5 LOD tokens. What I have to do is to click on 2 to place the 2 input, and then I click on unstake. Sorry, I'm switching tabs, but I want to check on the Explorer. This is the source of truth for every single transaction. And I have successfully unstaked, right? So now my LOD balance is 7, right? And then when I go home, I can see my assets. I see 7 LOD tokens, and now I see, within LOD, I see only 3 vote tokens, which equal the amount of staked LOD balance, right? The most important part of this stake section is that by staking, you are then able to you are then able to claim rewards in time. This is the main purpose of the reward generator, right? And the rewards are in accordance to the amount that you deposit, to the amount that you stake, right? Because think of this as a cake, where each one of you deposit or stake a share, and the rewards are distributed according to your share in that cake, right? The cake is the total amount of staked load balance, right? So the more load tokens you stake, the bigger the share you hold on any upcoming deposits, right? Whether it's on AUX, AGX, or USDC, right? That's pretty much it.
So
I don't know if there's any questions. There should be. I will stop presenting and.
Sounds good, Augusto. Just before we go into this question, and perhaps it's going to come later,
Yes.
but what are the basis of the rewards? Where the rewards are coming from is one of the questions that I had been asked a number of times. So perhaps somebody's going to ask him, but what are the sources of the rewards coming from?
The rewards are mainly coming from the business side of LOD, right? And the rewards will going to be deposited here. Keep in mind that, for instance, also micro rewards are going to be deposited here, and you will also be able to claim based on your staked balance, right? But every single source of profits will be deposited here, right? And you will be able to claim. It's a much simpler way to distribute any dividends or yields that the business side of the company collects, right?
This goes back to the 7 revenue streams that we have spoken
That's right.
about. And then I'll find them and paste them in the chat so you guys know where the 7 revenue streams are going to be coming from. So just wanted us to answer that question from a member that has been asking. Okay, so there is a question here that says, when I get to the reward generator, it says, you do not have enough load to stake.
That's right, because you already staked, Sharon, on the vesting LTC section, right? So you cannot stake the same balance twice, because that would be double spending. However, if you claimed on the vest LTC section, you should see some load balance on your wallet. That load balance can be staked into the reward generator, but it's pretty much the same, right? The idea is that these are two complementary actions, right? So you can either pick one or pick the other, right? But as long as your balance is staked, you will be benefited from rewards, right?
Augusto, is it fair to say that if you have low tokens on Avalanche, they're coming from the vesting portion? And number 2 is if you bought them in the past. So those 2 types of load on Avalanche are the ones that you can put into the staking. That's correct?
That's right.
Exactly.
Okay, so move on to the next question. Rick Julian says here.
Tengo una cuestión de un francés, Nicolás, que le he puesto el grupo Telegram, le ha pedido, francés, y ha pedido una cuestión, si le puedo, ¿tú lo ves? R18, ¿tú lo ves? Nico Leslie.
Nico Leslie, ¿sí?
Sí, je vais répondre à Nicolas. Alors, Nicolas, pour stacker les tokens LOD, il faut avoir des tokens LOD pour les LTC, les primo-investisseurs. Vous devez d'abord les intégrer dans le portefeuille de LOD à la ligne vesting. Vous devez enclencher un vesting qui est un processus de 25 mois où vos LTC vont être mécaniquement transférés tous les 30 jours à hauteur de 4% tous les 30 jours. Votre nombre de tokens va être transféré en LOD. Voilà, c'est un processus pour ne pas inonder le marché. Et voilà, ce système a démarré le 21 juin. Donc, en fait, il y a déjà des personnes qui ont reçu leur 4% en LOD token. Et voilà. Et après, il y a aussi dans le contrat de vesting une prime, enfin un rendement de 7% sur les tokens LOD. Si vous les laissez pendant 25 mois, il y a un système de 7% de rendement. Ce que je vous ai mis, donc je vous ai répondu plus haut, je vous ai mis le lien du groupe francophone. On pourra vous aider sans problème si vous avez d'autres questions, ou n'hésitez pas là tout à l'heure avec d'autres questions. Et on est là pour vous aider, et surtout le groupe francophone. Voilà, Nico.
Voilà. Thank you. Rick Julian, why is there a stake load option on the top right of the wallet and a stake in the Vest LTC screen?
This is pretty much what we have already explained. And in any case, I don't know if we already have published a documentation on both sections explaining the benefits of staking on one option and on the other. But keep in mind, Rick, that if you stake your claimable balance on the Vest LTC section, you will be entitled to a 7% reward, right? Paid up in LOD tokens, plus plus your share on the jackpot if you keep your balance staked there up until the very end of the staking process on the Vest section. Whereas the stake load section has its own reward distribution logic, right? It's two different reward schemes, right? You can pick which one suits best for you based on the different benefits that they distribute, right? But that's pretty much it. The reason to why there are two options to stake is because they differ in what they distribute in time and the timing when you can collect, right? That's pretty much it.
Thank you, Augusto. How much AVAX do you anticipate needing for future transactions?
That depends, because keep in mind that, for instance, on the Vest LTC section, we are expecting this to last over 2 years, right? From the moment you deposit your LTC balance up to the very moment where you claim your last amount and you take your share of the jackpot, right? So it's highly unlikely to do a proper estimation, right? But for instance, I hope one AVAX should do, right? It should be more than enough. In any case, keep in mind that we have already airdropped AVAX to the users who held no AVAX and held LTCs. Please use the airdrop to guarantee a sufficient amount of AVAX, because that's the only airdrop we are going to we have executed, and that's the only that we are going to execute ever, right? So now that you have AVAX, please ensure to buy more AVAX from somewhere.
And each transaction, Augusto, is about 4 to 7 cents. Is that correct?
Yes. On average, yes.
On average. So you make the calculation or an estimation on how many transactions you're going to execute, whether you're sending, whether you're staking, whether you're investing, anything that you do, it is 6 or 7 cents. So it's fair to say that you hold, let's say, $5 is going to take you a long time. So I guess just try to have at least $5, $10 worth of AVAX, and you don't have to worry about it. So we have here some stake LTC vesting contract is different than LOD3. That's kind of a reaffirmation for Rick's question.
Stake LTC vesting contract. Yes, it's two different smart contracts. That's right, and that's why they differ in the UI.
This is a glitch that we encountered yesterday. I think it's probably coming from the release of the reward generator. Augusto is working on it. I don't know, Augusto, if you can give us an update for this.
Yeah, I will be talking to our front-end developer today, and I will let her know that there is it's just a bug on the front end which is not correctly displaying the amount, right? But it hasn't reverted the split or something. It's because the split has been done on the blockchain, right? And the issue with the front end is that the front end is not properly reading from the blockchain. but the amounts, you can rest assured that the amount that you hold is already split, right? And as soon as we make the fixes on the front end, you will be able to check them correctly.
Always when in doubt, go to the Avascan. Is that correct, Augusto? If you go to avascan.io, and
yes,
then you can certify that your split has been accomplished.
That's right.
Post the link in the bottom. So that's the source of truth, right? So Augusto, you use NoTrace. I like to use avascan.info.
Yes.
But either one, right? So
yes, either one. Thus, the Argent rewards are every 50. No, there is no frequency on the rewards, right? So as soon as we collect rewards, the rewards are distributed, or the rewards are deposited into the distributor, right? And then you can collect from there. But there is no actual frequency.
Okay. José, I would like to ask you, me gustaría preguntarte que le digas a la comunidad francesa que haga sus preguntas en francés, ¿sí? Para contestarlas en francés.
Sí.
Aunque salgan las mismas preguntas, ¿sí?
Tranquilo, es que yo veo ahí alguien que han hablado más bajo en francés, pero no hay mucho, le voy a decir.
Ok.
Oui, alors, pour la communauté française qui est présente ici ce soir, n'hésitez pas à poser vos questions en français, parce que toutes les questions en français, moi, je vais y répondre, donc n'hésitez pas. Hein, je vois qu'il y a Nico qui a commencé à poser quelques questions, donc n'hésitez pas, ils vont faire le déroulé, et au fur et à mesure, quand c'est en français, je vous réponds au mieux. Muy bien.
Merci. So I think, Augusto, this one, I did the same as Sharon. I staked 1,036 last Friday.
If I open the stake load tab, no, that's right, because you have already staked on the best LTC section, right? So you have no balance remaining to stake, right? If you claimed your balance, then it means your balance is on your vault, right? And from your vault, you can then stake it into the reward generator, right? But if you have stakes, if you have staked at section A, you cannot stake that very same balance at section B, right? Because you cannot stake that very same balance twice.
Same as Rick. Okay, it's been answered.
Mm-hmm.
If you unstake it, can you restake it again?
Yes, absolutely.
José. He respondido hace 10 minutos, he respondido a esta pregunta.
Our friend Chris is asking, so you can only stake load and not AUX or EX?
So you can only stake load. That's right.
It's load on Avalanche, load AVAX. Richard Groom. Amigo.
I am trying to stake my load tokens and it says I do not have enough load to stake, yet I have ample tokens. Rick, what we have to do, if you do have on your wallet, is we have to check. Please refer to Humberto and send him your wallet address, right? So that then we can have a look at the Explorer and see what's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
En français.
En français, ok.
Oui, donc Roque Fournier, donc je comprends que ce système est une distribution des profits de LOD. Ouais, c'est les profits c'est 30% de tout ce qui a été généré par les 7 flux majeurs financiers. Alors, qu'en est-il des possibles pertes de LOD? Alors, au niveau des pertes de LOD, le plus difficile, ça a été les 7 premières années, les 7 années de construction. Donc, aujourd'hui, ce système-là, il va générer, qu'il génère petit ou gros profit. Il y a une redistribution. C'est pas comme un bilan d'une entreprise où vous devez déduire d'abord tous les frais et et donc il vous reste une somme. Non, là c'est chaque structure prend sa part. Donc pour faire simple, il y a 40% qui est pour la structure de LOD en deux grandes sections, on va dire. Vous avez 30% qui va pour acheter du métal et 30% qui est redistribué à tous les détenteurs de tokens LOD. Donc, c'est pas comme un bilan d'une entreprise. Si c'est votre question, vous pouvez l'affiner. Mais voilà, c'est pas comme le bilan d'une entreprise. C'est juste une redistribution, mais au départ. Donc, voilà.
Thank you. Some is refreshing us with the 7 revenue streams that are here for you guys. If you want to copy paste, these are the revenue streams that are going to be accounted for in the reward generator. So, Augusto, does that sound right?
Yes, I just want to make a clarification here. Many of you may think, and let me know, Rick, if this is also your scenario, that you are holding LOD tokens on your wallet, but you are actually holding LTC, right? So when you go to the reward generator section, you see a message saying you do not have enough enough LOD to stake, right? And that's true, because LOD and LTC are different tokens, right? In case you do have LTC, what you have to do is to take your LTC to the vesting section and deposit them there, right? And as long as you collect your LOD balance from the vest LTC section, then you will be able to stake on the stake LOD section, right? But please take into account that LOD and LTC are different tokens. And if you see a message on the stake LOD section saying that you do not have LOD to stake, it may be because you do not have LOD, you have LTC.
Okay. And probably a summary in just a few words is LTC for vesting, LT on Avalanche for staking.
That's right.
And that you keep that division, right? Mm-hmm. You vest LTCs and you stake LTs.
Mm-hmm.
We have Richard Groom, guys. While I'm trying to stake my LOD token classic on Avalanche, they just disappeared.
No, I figure in that case you have already deposited them on the vest LTC section, right? So then when you go to the vest LTC section, you will be able to see that there is some balance for you to claim in time, right? And over a 30-day period, you will be able to claim 4% each 30-day period of time, right? So then that means, Rick, that the process has kick-started, right? You have deposited your LTCs on the vesting section, and then you are entitled to 4% paid up in LOD every 30 days.
Okay. We have a French question, José.
Ok. He respondido a esa question.
Okay. Here some is asking, is just basically giving some feedback to Rick. Travis is asking, is there a way to convert AGX Rolex to AGX Avalanche? Not at the moment, Travis, not at the moment. Rolex is building their own liquidity. However, we are looking into how we can facilitate that on our end. As soon as we have some progress, we'll let everybody know. But yes, at the moment, it's not. Augusto, any?
No. Basically, that's what I wanted to say. Yes, it's. When I staked on the vest LTC screen, I see the 4% listed in the amount staked. Where will my in the interest earned section? There is a section which says a LOD amount staked and then interest earned, right? That interest earned is the amount that you are earning over time.
It's as an announcement to everybody, it will be a great if all can stake more than 10,000 LOD tokens. So if you don't have enough LOD token, just go and get some. So you stake 10,000. So you are part of the voting protocol. Augusto, one of the things that we're trying to motivate members is to be part of the voting community, and they can only vote and exercise their vote when they have more than 10,000 LOD tokens staked. If you're shy of 10,000 LOD tokens, just go and get a few more, and then you are part of the voting mechanism.
Just a correction. They can vote as long as they stake any balance, right? Mm-hmm. The 10,000 LOD token threshold is for extra benefits, which we are going to announce in time, right? But you have to lock those 10,000, right, on the reward generator. But yes, as long as you stake your balance, you are entitled to vote.
Thank you.
Parami. Alors, Nico, peut-on échanger une partie de nos LTC en AVAX ou en USDC? Alors, nous avions un marché pendant 2 ans, un marché en peer-to-peer où il s'est échangé en l'ancien split plus de 2 millions de jetons en peer-to-peer. Il y a sur TraderJoe un pool de liquidité qui est toujours actif de LTC avec la paire LTC-USDC. Mais depuis que en fait le vesting a enclenché, j'ai pas mémoire qu'il y a des transactions dessus, mais vous pouvez toujours aller vérifier. Il existe un pool de liquidité, mais ça va être difficile. Je pense que le mieux, c'est de l'enclencher. Il faut que vous enclenchez votre vesting sur 25 mois et vous aurez 4% tous les mois. Je crois que ça sera le plus simple. Enfin, vous pouvez essayer. Muy bien.
Perfecto. Robert. Augusto, I think it's possible.
Can you swap LOD for USDC coin now, or is that later this year? Yes, no. Yes, you can swap. What is the reward scheme for the reward generator when you stake there? As mentioned, there are a few sources of revenue, and once the revenue is collected, we will be depositing the tokens on the reward generator, but there is no timeline, right, on this. I mean, as the rewards are deposited as they arrive, right, as revenue. Humberto, do you know about this?
We don't, Olivier. We spoke about it in the previous question. The AGX on Rolex is sitting there for now. Rolex is building their own liquidity pools and their own swap and trade mechanism. However, we're looking into finding a way to convert those in a timely manner to AVAX. But we don't have a clear deadline right now. But we're working on it. We'll get back to the community on that. In due time. Some is asking.
We will have to manually collect any rewards each time in the rewards generator versus automatically. No, the idea is that you do not need to collect every single time they accumulate, right? So for instance, if there are 20 deposits over the course of a year, right? And you want to check on the last day of the year and collect there, you just collect once, right? As simple as that. It's not that you have to collect every single time rewards are deposited.
And shakers.
That was an explanation by that.
Yes. Schaefer, Thomas by 10.
Yeah.
They have. Okay, they're having a conversation. Thanks.
Yes.
Humberto, just LOD tokens or LTC as well to be able to vote.
In case you hold, if you want, I can explain here, Humberto. In
Yes,
case you hold LTC, you have to deposit your LTC on the best LTC section, right? Then once you stake your LOD balance, every single time you stake your LOD balance, you receive vote tokens on the same amount. So yes, you need to stake LOD tokens, LTs.
Yeah, because everybody started with LTCs, and then everybody starts with LTCs. LTC is going to the vesting, And after vesting, 4% every 30 days is deposited and available for you to stake. And then once you stake, then you follow the procedure that we're talking about here in the reward generator. Here we have Travis.
For that, I have no idea.
Well,
to be honest, I am not based in US, so I don't know.
Yeah, you know what, Travis, the one solid answer that we have for these tax-related issues that we have is just very simple. Every single city and country and province in the world have their own tax laws. So the best thing to do is just approach your tax experts and ask them how your digital assets are treated, and if you have to claim or report any capital gains or anything that of that matter, please just talk to your tax expert in your city, in your region.
On the best LTC, I understand your response that the 7% will show up in the interest earned. Will that 7% earn any rewards, or is it going to be constant for the 24-month period, thus earn nothing? You are earning on the amount that you have staked, right? So that 7% is the reward. I hope I am answering your question, Rick.
If you want to elaborate, Rick, your question also, or to get a little bit more clarity. We have French here, Jose.
Ok. Alors, Nico, pour le vesting, ça signifie que la totalité de nos LTC sont bloqués 25 mois et l'on perçoit 4% de récompense par mois en LOD, négociable sur Avalanche. Non, c'est pas tout à fait ça. À l'issue des 25 mois, la mise initiale est totalement transformée en LOD Avalanche, c'est ça. Non, je vais vous aider à mieux comprendre. Simplement, tous les mois, vous recevez 4% de vos jetons. C'est-à-dire, tous les 30 jours, vous recevez, si vous aviez déposé 10 000 jetons, vous allez recevoir 400 jetons tous les 30 jours en token LOD Avalanche, négociables. Vous pourrez les stacker, vous pourrez les laisser même dans le vesting avec un rendement de 7%. Donc voilà, non, c'est divisé, en fait, votre solde est divisé en 25 échéances et vous recevez tous les 30 jours l'équivalent de 4%. Voilà. Dites-moi si vous avez bien compris. N'hésitez pas à poser des questions. On est là. Muy bien.
Thank you. James, they have to input my 12 words every time after logging into my account. Is this normal? I can take this one, Augusto. And James, there are just a couple reasons why you have to enter your account. Number one is probably the way you are logging off your wallet. If you log off your wallet every time you use it, which means you go to your profile and log off, and everything that is stored in your computer, name, your cookies, and your browsing history is deleted, and that means that you have to re-enter your 12 words. That's was one of the most common reasons why you have to do that. Number two is because you're operating on incognito mode. When you operate on incognito mode and you open your wallet on incognito mode, then what's going to happen is that it's not going to store your cookies or your seed phrases access when you come back the next time. So that's number two. And the number three is probably because you have a cookie blocker in your computer, and the cookie blocker, what it does is removes all your traces of browsing history and the memory in your device. So that means it's going to ask you to enter your 12 words. Those are the top three reasons why you have to enter the 12 words every time. So just make sure that you are you can just click off. You know, when you're done with your wallet, you can just close the browser. Next time you come back to your wallet, you only need to enter your 6-digit PIN number, and that's it. Augusto, any additions?
No, basically that. Yeah. No comments. I have to confirm you that, Chris. I believe there is a way because we use Trader Joe on the backend to ensure swaps, but I have to confirm how to execute that.
Yeah. And Chris, what I have done, and I use crypto.com, and they do receive USDC AVAX, and you can cash out USDC AVAX. So that's one way that I do it, but I don't know if there is USDT. We'll get back to you on that. Miguel Martinez.
What about LTCs that were vested after June, like in July or August? Will they still be part of jackpot after their time frame, or will it be prorated for the time that? No. Keep in mind that the jackpot works the following: on the 21st of June 2026, around that date, I will confirm to you, Miguel. A snapshot is taken based on who has some balance staked on the Vest LTC section, right? It's like there we take like a snapshot of the full cake, right? And each one will receive their corresponding share of the jackpot, right? But based on those holdings at that moment, right? The very same case, if you unstake your balance from the Vest LTC section 1 second before the jackpot is due, right? You get up receiving nothing, right? So the important thing here is that as long as you stake on the Vest LTC section, you have to keep that balance up to that last moment when the jackpot is to be distributed.
Thank you, Augusto. Travis, what is the anticipated reward for locking in LOD tokens?
It's not a percentage, but rather there are extra benefits. For instance, being able to buy AUX and AGX at spot price on primary sales for LOD, and some other benefits that we will be announcing in time, right?
Thank you. And I guess this is an announcement, an opportunity for an announcement, guys, because we have had these AMAs for the last 3 months or so, and we are very consistent on every Friday, and we try to build a community. So in this case, what we want to do is to tell you guys that LOD has built a system where you can actually right now buy, store, send, swap, vest, stake digital assets like silver and gold and LOD tokens, and that's a system that is functional 100% right now. So what is it that we need to do? We just need to get LOD out there. We need to go out and promote that the system is built. There is nothing that we are going to be waiting for right now. There is cool additions. There are great features coming, the lending, borrowing, etc. But they're coming in the future. For now, you can buy LOD assets, you can save them, you can send them, you can stake them, you can invest them. You can do a lot of it with the wallet. So we just invite you to just get LOD, and the louder you get, the more rewards are going to be for everybody, because every transaction that comes through the system is going to help to make those rewards worth everybody's while. Augusto?
Yes, no other comments on that. Yeah.
So here is John.
Yes, regarding that, I think we have an issue when you want to stake over 10,000. No, stake my LTCs. What do you mean staking your LTCs? If you want to stake your LTCs on the reward generator section, that won't work, right? Because LTCs are only deposited on the Vest LTC section once, right? The full balance at once.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there is an issue on that question.
Okay. Let's John, let's see if you have more.
Yeah, there he's clarifying Vest LTC.
Yeah.
I think what we can do best is you can send your wallet address to Humberto, and then we can see what's going on your end, because we haven't been reported any issue with vesting the LTC.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. What Dan is pointing out, you may have no gas you may have no AVAX to execute the deposit.
Yeah, I was going to mention that that the most important thing is that you have gas, and just if you have gas, then you'll be good to go. Thank you, Dan. Okay, Frances, Nico.
Alors, ok, je voudrais participer au vesting le plus rapidement possible. Alors, il y a un tuto en français ou bien je contacte le groupe Telegram José. Alors, c'est pas Joseph Novak, rien à voir. Oui, je vous ai laissé plus haut le lien. Je vous ai répondu avec le lien du groupe. Oui, vous pouvez donc envoyer un message. Il y a plusieurs personnes qui peuvent vous répondre. Je peux vous répondre, Cédric et d'autres. Et il faut simplement détenir quelques centimes d'AVAX pour faire marcher la blockchain dans le portefeuille. D'ailleurs, vous avez dû recevoir un mail à ce sujet où LOD a envoyé, si vous remplissez un formulaire, LOD a envoyé $1 d'AVAX, vous faites une quarantaine de transactions avec, voire plus. Et voilà. Mais sinon, vous envoyez où il faut avoir quelques tokens AVAX pour pouvoir faire cette transaction, quelques centimes de tokens d'AVAX. Et c'est assez simple, hein, c'est très très simple, on peut vous guider. Allez sur le groupe Telegram, il n'y a pas de souci. Muy bien, Humberto.
Gracias, Jose. Dan Schaefer is just asking us to remind everybody about refreshing their browser when you are in your wallet. Basically, it sets you up to back to the 6-digit PIN screen, and that's the quickest way to log out. Is the refresh button is a circle, with the arrow on the top left corner of your browser, and then you can just click on that one, and that's a refresh. It's that one, and also closing the browser altogether and opening it again also works. But Dan's suggestion is quick. We have here, thanks, John, Rick Julian. Okay, let's see, Rick.
It's not that your vested balance is decreasing 4% every 30 days. It's that your balance, you are receiving that balance, right? So that balance becomes liquid for you, Rick. This interest amount will decrease every 30 days as my vested balance decreases. No. On the contrary, the 7% is calculated on your staked balance, not on your vested balance, right? So that's what you have to keep in mind. If you have deposited or vested 100 LTC, you will be receiving 100 LOD tokens in time, right? And for any share of that LOD tokens that you stake on the vesting section, you will be receiving 7% on top, right? That's the idea. I think there is a confusion there because you are not receiving 7% for your vested LTC.
Yeah.
And there comes the confusion.
Yeah, and the 4%, Rick, is 4% of the 100 means 4 LOD token classic are turning to LOD tokens on Avalanche for every 30 days. So it's not 4% of your balance. It's 4% every 30 days is what you're going to get during the vesting period of 2 years. We have here.
Il y a une section vesting dans le portefeuille. Je ne vois qu'une section stacking. Oui, alors en fonction de votre navigateur, il va vous traduire où il y a juste en dessous stacking, vous avez ou la traduction missing ou vest, ça dépend le navigateur. Mais c'est juste en dessous dans le portefeuille, juste en dessous. Donc vous verrez en dessous le staking, il y a l'option. Voilà.
Okay. Chris, go ahead, Augusto.
Yes. When you unstake your full balance. Yes. But then you can stake it on the reward generator section if you want.
Let's see another one. Nagas, Miguel, thank you, Augusto. Miguel is asking, thank you, Augusto. So just to confirm the jackpot will.
Yeah, I have already answered to him in text. Yes, the idea is that the jackpot reward will be calculated based on your stake amount on the Vest LDC section by or at July or June 2026, right? So you have to keep your balance staked there up until June 2026 to be able to collect your share of the jackpot.
Thank you. José, Rock Fournier.
Alors, concernant l'achat et la vente de nos crypto-monnaies sur cette plateforme, peut-on être relié à notre compte bancaire pour l'entrée et la sortie de nos investissements dans LOD? Ok. Y a-t-il intégré dans LOD des outils pour faire cela? Alors, pour la plateforme dans le portefeuille, vous avez l'option virement bancaire de votre compte bancaire vers le portefeuille. Il y a des intermédiaires comme Singularity qui est actif. Donc, vous pouvez acheter par virement, par carte bancaire et même par PayPal. Par contre, pour sortir du compte vers un compte du portefeuille vers un code IBAN, là, l'option n'est pas encore disponible. Il y a en prévision une carte bancaire. Mais là, le plus simple, il y a énormément de plateformes qui acceptent l'USDC. On pourra vous aider. Hein. Il y a pour l'instant pas mal où vous avez des cartes avec des IBAN intégrés et c'est instantané. Mais il faut passer par l'USDC, c'est-à-dire le jeton qu'il y a à l'intérieur du portefeuille. Et voilà. Mais entrer et sortir, oui, entrer facile, sortir un intermédiaire supplémentaire. Mais ce n'est pas intégré encore dans le portefeuille. Mais n'hésitez pas, si vous êtes dans le groupe Telegram, sinon je peux vous envoyer le lien, mais on est là pour vous aider. Auguste.
Thank you. Thank you. We have William. Why can you not unstake the Vest LTC section?
You can unstake, but if you unstake, you unstake the full amount.
We have Miguel. Thank you guys for your time. Right here, Nico. José.
Alors, j'ai 0,04 AVAX sur le portefeuille, ça suffit. Alors, normalement, oui, puisque de mémoire, je crois que ça consomme 0,002. Voilà, vous pouvez essayer. Normalement, oui. Voilà. Augusto y Humberto me pregunta si con 0,04 AVAX se puede hacer el vesting por pagar lo fresco, ¿sabe? De AVAX.
Sí, mira, it's 0.04 AVAX, equivalent to about $1, and yes, it gives you about 14 transactions.
But keep in mind that you have to collect more. Now it's your time to acquire more AVAX, right? So this is an airdrop for you to get started with the process, but then you are, it's on you to get more AVAX if you need it.
Donc, Nico, normalement, oui. Vous devrez y arriver. Mais vous ne pourrez pas en faire énormément, hein, mais vous devrez y arriver.
Rick Julian, I do not have one. I don't know, probably this is an internal conversation. I don't know, Rick, just tax expert. I don't understand.
That has to be managed by them, by any who wants legal advice or accountant advice, right? So it's not on LOD3. Because there are as many jurisdictions as there exist, so it's impossible for us to advise on every single jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Alors, je suis sur la section vesting. Est-ce que je peux déposer la totalité 2000? Alors, ça doit être de mémoire 2643, virgule ou point avec le reste. Donc, oui, vous devez déposer la totalité et pour voir si ça a bien fonctionné, vous aurez une ligne qui dira « Your deposit ». Vous avez déposé et vous aurez la date et l'heure. Donc, 30 jours après, vous recevrez vos... Oui, vous pouvez le faire d'un coup, mais il me semble qu'il manque une virgule ou un point. Muy bien, Humberto.
Gracias. Chris, Augusto, for you.
So if we unstake from the vesting side, everything will end up being unstaked, and we will lose the bonus. Up to that very same moment, yes, if you have any more, let's assume that over the course of a year you have been staking and then you unstake, right? You collect the staked capital plus the 7% load reward that you have collected up until that very same time, and then from that moment on you can keep on staking the 4% that you receive every 30 days, right? But in the idea of this, Chris, is that it's up to you to decide what's more beneficial to you. If the benefit of unstaking is higher than the cost of not receiving the jackpot for that balance, right? It's decision making.
Okay, transaction cost, Augusto.
Does more items within a single transaction? No. The cost is per operation. For instance, it costs the same at a single moment in time to transfer 10 load tokens or 10 million load tokens, right? William, wrong. The unstake is grayed out. If I click on the logo beside unstake, I'll get this. You will not be able to stake this balance again. I figure the unstake button is grayed out because you haven't staked by now, William. But yes, that's the message that is displayed. It's the information message. And there Miguel has already posted an answer too.
Yeah. Hey there, Chris. Are you looking at working with a company like Coinly?
No. Every single all taxation issues should be managed by yourselves.
Nico. And I think, for Chris's sake, Chris, we just want to look at it, see what's in it, but there is no roadmap. There is nothing for us to be approaching or working with Coinly. But it's probably just worth just to look at them and see how they do it. Nico is asking, José.
Oh, voilà, je viens de faire l'opération et ce message. Oui, ben voilà, your deposit, vous êtes arrivé. Et là, à la date 30 jours et 1 seconde, vous aurez vos 4% débloqués. Donc oui, c'est parfait. C'est parfait. Humberto, Nico ha hecho el vesting y me pregunta, ha puesto eso y me pide si está bueno, le he dicho que sí.
Okay.
Y de aquí 30 días va a empezar a recibir.
Yeah, cada día va a recibir 4%. Sí.
Sí.
Aquí tenemos Edward Dufresne.
Edward, basically, when you stake load tokens, you receive vote tokens to exercise your voting rights whenever we submit an improvement proposal. However, if you want to unstake your load tokens, you must deliver your vote tokens in exchange, right? The first time we need an approval to you from you so that the reward generator can take your vote tokens and deliver you the corresponding load tokens, right? When you unstake, that's that's the explanation. When you stake your load tokens, initially you need to approve that balance for the reward generator to take the balance from you. It's not that you send it to the reward generator, but rather the rewards generator takes it from you, right? So you need to place the approval, the allowance. The very same thing happens when you want to unstake load tokens. You need to place an allowance on the vote balance for the reward generator to take the vote balance from you and deliver you the corresponding load balance. But those actions are only executed once, both approve load and approve vote. Then you don't need to think about them at all. I staked last Friday and show staked on the Best LTC page. That's right, because you have staked within the Best LTC section, William.
Ok, merci, ça a l'air de bien fonctionner. Oui, voilà, aucun souci. Mais n'hésitez pas à rentrer dans le groupe Telegram, comme ça, si vous avez besoin d'aide, voilà, on est là avec plaisir. Muy bien, Humberto.
Okay. Would a roadmap, Nelson is asking, would a roadmap in PowerPoint or PDF help? Well, Nelson, I guess we just need to clarify your question. We had a roadmap session a couple Fridays ago, but just elaborate the question so I understand better. Nico is asking, Jose?
Oui, si je claim les tokens libérés dans 30 jours, ils viendront s'afficher à mon solde LOD3, c'est ça. Oui, tout à fait. Pour information, on a de mémoire, il y a 25 adresses qui ont claim sur 1200 qui ont tout validé. Donc, oui, parce qu'on a de très bonnes nouvelles qui arrivent, donc voilà. Mais oui, ça sera automatique.
Okay. So we have, we're all caught up with questions. Let's wait a little bit for any other question that might come. I'm just going to share this one for Nelson's question. It's asking about the roadmap. So we have this roadmap slide that we shared last time, Nelson. So if you need access to it, just let us know if we can send it to you. But otherwise, we did have a full AMA about roadmap. So.
And we are working on some ideas on top of that roadmap. But we will communicate them in time.
Thank you.
Jose, Nico is asking too.
Voilà, je suis rentré dans le groupe Telegram. Han entrado en el grupo y me da el pseudo, ¿cómo se llama? Y le voy a decir bienvenido. Ha entrado en el grupo Telegram.
Ok.
Oui, Cédric. Nicolas, je vais t'envoyer un petit message en privé, mais bienvenue. Je vais t'envoyer les bienvenus. Ok, avec plaisir.
Yes, Nelson. Yeah, I agree with you. Probably we can have just a graphic that explains the process of moving coins from LTC to LT to vesting to rewards, and just having one single chart. So we'll work on it. Thank you. I guess it's time to start saying goodbye. We don't see any more questions coming. Augusto, thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
For your efforts, for your wisdom and your development. So thank you. José, merci.
Muchas gracias. Merci à vous. Merci à tous. Et hasta luego.
Have a great weekend, everybody. And just an announcement, next AMA is going to be about support. We're going to be redesigning our support workflow. We need to be up where the big boys are. So we're redesigning and redeveloping, re-engineering the support department in LOD, and we'll have an AMA how that's going to work. So stay tuned for next Friday. Take care, guys.
Muchas gracias, Martín.
Muchas gracias,
Martín. Hay
un
mensaje, sí. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Señor.
Bye, guys.
See you then. Bye-bye.